first ramp up.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. And it's like
I do one more.
who you share it with.
Yeah, you're having fun.
Joy is who you share it with.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first real week in the life of training for a triathlon. It looked slightly different than how I had written it out on paper, but still a productive week and some fun moments to be had, especially in the pool, just getting things going. This week I didn't have any camera footage in the pool, just it was the first week and didn't really know the flow of the environment, but some little tidbits of training on the bike, in the weight room, some of our runs throughout the week here in the vlog. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So we caught a glimpse of it, but here is our detached garage. Nothing special. I like to call it our lifting club, but it's just me and my fiance Emily. We have some rings, we have a standalone squat rack, all sorts of bumpers, a few miscellaneous kettlebells and dumbbells, 3 different weights, 1 set of dumbbells. We have our road bikes hanging up for the winter time. I have my old road bike inside on our Zwift trainer for the winter time. A lot of what I'm doing out here is just some accessory snatches or cleans, squats, maybe some overhead press accessory work, but I spend quite a bit of time out here. It's my meditation zone, just to get away before the day starts or after the day is concluded at work. So yeah, you'll find me out here, but this is just roughly what our space looks like. We dabble one round at 140 for a double or triple, and then move into some snatches. Shedding off my little windbreaker, but made me think yesterday. I was laughing because one of my colleagues posed this question that was, if you weren't there but there was one thing left behind, how would someone know that you had been there? And I was like trying to think about it, and I couldn't think of what my thing would be. And one of my colleagues said it would be a third piece, because I'm known for always having a hoodie or a sweater or windbreaker or whatever the case is on top of my tee or whatever's underneath. So that just made me laugh and thought I would share. But just for yourself, what would be that thing that if it was left behind, someone would know that you specifically had been there? Got some refuel of lox, cream cheese, and everything bagel season, and some strawberries. So it's also just the weirdest time of year, because we don't have good enough snow that skiing is really enjoyable, or that you can go like snowshoeing or cross-country skiing, because it's just like so mucky and gross out there. But it's also not spring and summery enough that the trails are dry and you can go like running or camping or those things. Feeling good and feeling like the training schedule, even with like a 2-a-day-ish schedule of running or biking and swimming plus weights throughout the week. Right as I'm talking about not having any snow in Park City, it started snowing. for joining. And I thought I would just touch on what my sessions actually looked like throughout the week for a better idea of actual length and durations. Last Sunday, went for a 2.5 mile run, 11 mile bike. On Monday morning, before we left for work, went for a 1.5 mile run with Emily. Did that weightlifting session with the back squats, the squat snatches, and the accessory work afterwards. Tuesday, hit a quick just accessory weight session in the morning. Then a 14-mile bike on the Zwift trainer in the evening. On Wednesday, nothing in the morning. Hit the swim for the first time with Emily, which was a real joy. That's going to be a big focus of mine. There's a lot of work to be had there. On Thursday, I guess going back on the swim, I went 450, 500 meters, so not very far, very inefficient and not my cup of tea. On Thursday morning, with Emily, went on a 2-mile run in the morning and then hit that lift, which had the ring rows, the ring dips, the power clean, and then finished with some core work. On Friday, took the morning off and then hit a 13-mile bike in the evening while Emily was over at CrossFit doing the open 26.2 workout. And then Saturday morning, woke up, had a slow morning, just enjoyed some coffee and some time on the couch and some good food, and then headed over and hit the pool. Went a bit further, went about 800-900 meters, and was actually working on some strokes and breath work there. The biggest part of swimming that I need to work on is just figuring out my cadence and swimming so I can breathe. It feels like every 50 meters I've just ran a 100-meter dash and have heart rate of 160, and so just finding a pace that feels like I'm jogging in the water is going to be a big goal of mine. Going to keep consistent twice a week. Next weekend we're heading out of town and going to try and switch it up a little bit just to make sure I can get all my sessions in. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for joining.